Hey everyone, I Swanton 007 here, just continuing my 2004 WWE pay-per-view reviews. I'm gonna continue it with Judgment Day 2004, the SmackDown pay-per-view. I watched this a couple days ago. I'm kind of tired right now. I just want to get these reviews out of the way for tonight. I watched Bad Blood just a second ago. So, yes. So the pay-per-view started off with, what did it start off with? It started off with a tag match with Rey Mysterio and RVD versus the Dudley Boyz. This was actually a fairly good match in general. It was very fast-paced. It was what you need from a opener. It was, got the crowd up and going and really sort of started the pay-per-view off to a good note, even though it didn't really continue after that. What happened in the end? There's this awesome bit where RVD threw Ray up into Bubba or Devon or something, who was on the top rope, and they hit a Hurricane Runner. That was pretty cool. In the end, Ray hits the 619 and RVD finishes with a 5-star frog splash. The ending took a bit too long, but it was a really hot finish. All in all, I felt that was a good match for the to open the pay-per-view, and it was perfectly placed, and I gave it 3.5 stars. Then as we move on, we've got a Torrie Wilson versus Dawn Marie match, set up by Kurt Angle because he thinks that Torrie Wilson broke his leg. I don't know, some shit like that. The horrible match. Dawn Marie was showing some arse during it, which was pretty cool. But this was really just a continuing sort of. It wasn't continuing, but these guys had tons of matches last year and nothing real special. Torrie ended up winning and saving her career with a backslide after about 6 minutes. After that, JBL does a promo. Then we have the pay-per-view start of Mordecai. Which was just terrible. He was versing Scotty too Hotty. He was just terrible. It was really crap, let's be honest. I gave that a dud. Oh, yeah, dud. I think that's right. I've given it a dud. Mordecai won after like 3 minutes. It gave him the Crucifix Bomb, or as we now know, Sheamus uses it as the Celtic Cross, which is a much cooler name for it rather than Crucifix Bomb. Whatever. This guy returns as Kevin Thorne in ECW, which he actually had an alright sort of thing happening there when he was Kevin Thorne. That was actually alright. Then as we move on, there's a tag title match with Charlie Haas and Rico versus Hardcore Holly and Billy Gunn. This was just disgusting. Rico's got this sort of gay homosexual thing happening, and it just doesn't work for me. I don't understand why they do these sort of things. It never gets over, and it never really works, you know. It's just, it bamboozles me. What happened in the end? Something happened. I'm pretty sure Rico and Charlie Haas won. They won when Charlie hit the sunset flip on Hardcore Holly after about 10.5 minutes. I don't know what else to say. I think I gave that match 2 stars. Yeah, then we move on. Move on from that one. We've got a Cruiserweight Championship match between Jacqueline and Chavo. This was just a waste of time. Seriously. Chavo ends up clotheslining Jacqueline and then hitting Gory Bomb. The only thing this match really did was kill any heat that Chavo ever had after versing Rey Mysterio. But which they did end up rivaling again later down the summer. I think at SummerSlam they versed each other or something. Who knows? I gave that match. What was that one? That was like I gave it a 1 star because it was just horrible. I actually think about it, let's give it a half a star. That was just a horrible match. Then we go on. We've got a better match coming up here. This the match coming up, a United States Championship match between John Cena and Rene Dupree. This one was actually alright. I've given it a 3 stars. As you know, Cena obviously wins with and FU'd him for the 2nd time. There's nothing real special here. Rene Dupree wasn't getting... He was getting a little bit of heat, but it was just for, like, you know, for being a Frenchman, you know. The match was... Like, it went for 10... Was it 10, 15 minutes? Something like that. It went for 10 minutes. It was alright. It was a nice show of John Cena's ability at this time. So I love how John Cena was getting pops here. That was actually kind of cool. I think it's funny how he gets huge pops back in these days. And he doesn't now. And he's at like a monster face. Oh, I gave that match a 3 stars. Then we move on. We've got Undertaker versus Booker T. This was just this was a massive kind of thing. There's a huge rivalry, but in the end, the match was just terrible. Undertaker didn't look like he was taking Booker T seriously. He no sells a choke, the scissors kick, which just is a kick in the face to Booker T because that's just, it's his finishing move. Yeah, sorry. And what ended up happening, he got the scissors kick, Taken no-sold it, and then he stood up, chokeslam Booker, and then set up the tombstone and won after 12 minutes. But this was a huge match. It really sucked. It was a terrible match. I think I gave it like a 1.25 stars. It just wasn't worth anything. It was a good it seemed like a good rivalry, but the match just didn't all come together. And then we've got the main event of the night. This is the match that everybody was looking forward to. Definitely the best match of the night as well. It's the World Heavyweight Championship, WWE title match between Eddie Guerrero and JBL. As we all know, Eddie won, DQ. There was some cool stuff that really happened here. There was some cool stuff happened. Eddie did a terrible cut job. He cut way too deep. And he just bled buckets, I swear to God. There's a little extra on the DVD where it showed him the after bit where doctors and stuff. It was all weird, and they're just telling him he lost way too much blood. It was cool seeing all that backhand stuff. But yeah, Eddie lost tons of blood. He couldn't win, and he ended up just hitting JBL over the head with it. Hitting it. JBL, sorry about this. I'm just really tired. And yeah, he got DQ'd because he was just getting frustrated by it. That let him retain his title, and he just went apeshit on JBL in the end. Overall, I gave it a 3 3/4 stars. It might be on my match of the year list. Might be. It might be a contender. But there's been some really good ones at the moment. I think it's the triple threat match at WrestleMania is definitely the #1 goer at the moment, or maybe even the Randy Orton Mick Foley match. I love that match. So guys, I'm a Swanton. Overall, I gave Judgment Day a 4.25 out of 10. Probably the worst pay-per-view of the year so far. So guys, I'm a Swanton. Comment, like, and subscribe, and thank you.